Hey guys, what's up? JR Nightmare. Sorry it's taken all day to get this video out, but it's just been crazy, so let's get right into it. Transformers Revenge of the Fallen, this is my own personal opinion. I know other people will probably have their own. It's, that's them, but this is me. So, as a G1 fan, totally love this movie. This is why I go to action movies. Only action movies in the theaters. You got the big robots, big explosions, Megan Fox, all the funny material. So it was a great movie, and I think a lot of people have problems with it just because, we were spoiled to such, greatness, growing up. Also, as comic fans in this, everybody seems to want an exact port from that onto the screen, which in my mind, it just won't work at times. A lot of people, when the first Transformers came out, they had a problem with Optimus Prime when he, his visor flipped up, or he was the long nose, which I actually love that. I love the whole visor thing flipping up. When you go into battle and it's like, all right, here we go, we're going. I wish they had that in G1, the old cartoon show. That would have been sick. But other than that, now this movie, it seemed more of a Decepticon movie. As of the first Transformer, which is all Autobots, you had, which I wanted them to do from the first one, was more interaction between, the Decepticons or Transformers in general. Now, when you say that, you've had, Megatron and Starscream always going at it over the, the whole G1 era, and this one was no exception. Megatron's thrashing him around all over the place. You've had Megatron interacting with the Fallen, which the Fallen was an excellent character. I thought that was a really good choice at what they did. Now, when you first hear about, the title, Revenge of the Fallen, oh, Megatron's coming back. But it's the Fallen, the actual Fallen character. I was a little skeptical at that, just because it's a character which, if you follow the G1 show only, you're not going to know who he is. But if you dig deeper into the comics, the source books, you know who the Fallen is. And they did a really great job in it. All the new characters that came in, I really liked. It was all around just great. Now, of course, there's always going to be something that I, wish they would have done or that I didn't like. But as far as that, now, Devastator. Visually, Devastator was unbelievable. Just the way he looked, the way he moved. Now, I'm with Optimus Prime. You have all these different other construction things. And then you had just 6 that formed to it, and he didn't have too big a role, but the role that I just liked him visually on the screen. It was really impressive. But yeah, I wish he would have been able to do more damage. But that's one of those things that you just gotta have to live with. I love Soundwave, how they incorporated his voice. It's not the same Soundwave from G1, but just him, he's in a satellite, just controlling everything, organizing all the troops, really great. And the whole storyline about, the Allspark, I was wondering how they're going to, accommodate all that, because the Allspark's destroyed now. They did a great job with that, a whole different storyline. I won't get into the storyline just because I don't want to give away a lot of spoilers, but as far as just action-wise, Michael Bay delivers on all counts. Big explosions, love the chase scenes. Really great stuff. So, like I said, I recommend that if you're a fan of just action movies, this will be up your alley. 2 hours, 45 minutes long of nothing but just raw action. And even in the slow parts where they're running around, they still kept the comedy really good. The parents are just unbelievable. I love them. The mom is just off the hook. People were cracking up over her. The theater. So, like I said, it's just a great movie. Now, of course, there's the things that I didn't like was Sideways. Really short part. But hey. Now the Skids and Mudflap, I thought were done pretty well. And I know Anthony Anderson does the voice of one of them. So, and it's that whole twin thing. They're going back and forth. With all this crude humor and stuff, but it was done pretty well, in my personal opinion. Now, one scene that always sticks out in my mind from this movie is the the reason why Optimus Prime is my favorite superhero was when they were in the woods and he's taking on 3 Decepticons. I mean, just that scene alone is just unbelievable. And a funny thing happened at the theater. I'll have to say this real quick. I won't give away the plot to it, but the part where Sam Witwicky is in the clutches of Megatron and they're trying to just, extract the information from him. All of a sudden in the theater, these lights start going off. Real like this pulsating light. We're like, everyone's looking around like, what the hell is that? I thought somebody took a camera flash real quick. So, and then the whole fight breaks out, and they're in the woods. Optimus Prime is kicking ass, just beating down everybody in his way, and he's trash talking the whole time, which I love that. He's like, oh, this scrap for metal and this. He's just whipping ass, and he's got Blackout or whoever he was supposed to be, and he grabs him by his face, and right at that point, the screen stops. I mean, the film just totally stops, and everyone's sitting there like, what the hell going on? And all these lights are still going on, and nobody's really caring. They escort everybody out. They're like, all right, the fire alarm's going off, so everyone needs to come out. It was one of those like, what the hell? Why would you stop it right there? He's got his face, and he's just about ready to just rip it out, and all of a sudden they're like, okay, you need to stop. So, it was cool. What they did was they rewound it, 5-10 minutes. So right at the beginning of, when Sam's in the clutch, we got to see the whole fight scene all over again, which, that was great. Plus, they gave us a free pass, so we'll go see it one more time. So that was awesome being able to. Who gets to see, when you're in the theater, your favorite scene again? I mean, unbelievable. So, yeah, that was a good moment. I've never had that happen before, but like I said, this movie is just awesome. If you can get past your the kind of stuff that you don't like in a movie and just take it for what it is, because at the end of the day, it's all about the fan. And as a fan of Transformers, really love this movie. Now, of course, like I said, there's always going to be some things that I'm like, oh, why did they not, why did they do that, this and that. Jetfire, great. I love him. He's an old grumpy guy, but he was awesome. I mean, the way he used his cane, which is his the landing gear. Hold on a second. Oh, that's power glide. Never mind. But yeah, we have, he uses his landing gear as like a little cane. That was cool. I really liked that. That was a good touch. But I wish that also. I wanted to see more of the Autobots, getting down with more hand-to-hand combat, and it just seemed like it was more Optimus Prime doing all the dirt. But but we got to see that in the first G1. Now this one, like I said, it was Decepticons, and they wrecked shop. I mean, it was an awesome thing to see. Now, I also said before that I wanted to see less human interaction, and they kind of did that in a way. You saw all the military stuff, which was grand. I mean, the military's got some powerful stuff. I mean, these are all real vehicles that Michael Bay uses, and like I said, I wanted less interaction, meaning that the humans weren't always destroying all the main, Transformers. I mean, they did a few of them, but nothing like how it was, they were just taking down everybody in the beginning, or the first movie. But, I mean, great. So, let's see how much time we got left. Alright, so, like I said, I just rambled on for the half of it. So, this is an awesome movie. G1 fans, this is a great movie for you guys. Now, like I said, I have to give it an A, just because. Now, I'm not these sequels to all these movies like Spider-Man, Blade, and X-Men. The sequels have always done great. They've always done bigger, better. Now, it's the third ones that always seem to crap out. So I'm hoping that they, will up the ante again, and just make it a straightforward movie. This is an awesome movie. I'm a huge fan of this movie. I really like it, so hope everyone gets to check it out. Alright, y'all. Peace.